I have been tracking international SAT candidates collecting their first diagnosis test, IELTS score, and even how long they have been studying for SAT to predict what scores I can get in real exam. I'm going to use kernel technique in machine learning to predict their future score in SAT. Let's see how it works. In this video, I will highlight three important things. In the first place, I will try to calculate my students' future SAT scores using kernel technique. Secondly, the kernel technique unveils what is the most important feature for your future SAT score. And thirdly, I will provide dataset and Python script for you so you can also predict your own score according to your first diagnosis test, IELTS score, national math exams if you have, and also how long you're going to prepare or you have been preparing for this exam. Here is my code in Visual Studio. As you can see, there are almost 100 candidates from which I collected their stats. There are 4 or 5 important features. First of all, your diagnosis test, your IELTS score, prep days, math certificate, of course if you have, and your final SAT exam score. What computation basically does is that it learns from the scenarios, it calculates which aspect or which feature is contributing the most for your final exam and tries to predict your score. And here is a quick review of the code I will be using to predict future SAT scores. Computation does everything. It calculates the possibilities, it calculates the common aspects of candidates in a dataset. I have imported regression. It will be using a kernel technique, and I have a chance to predict every candidate using this code. I'm not really sure how good my students are going to do in the real exam according to this computation, but let's see. The first student future score is about 1460, and the accuracy score is 929. This means 93% accuracy. This is R score. This stands for the accuracy of the computation. Now, for the part you have been waiting for, which feature actually moves the needle the most? Is it going to be math certificate or you have to smash the first diagnosis test? Let's see. What I do is now I open this feature. I open this feature and this allows to predict which aspect is playing the most important role to get the idea of your future score, possibly with computation. Now let's see. I don't know what went wrong.
Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Ni le bien qu'on m'en fait, ni le mal, tout en est bien égal. Non, rien de
Now let's see which feature plays the most important role when predicting the future SAT score. I mean, which feature plays the most important role when you are getting SAT score. Now, I will analyze the result for you. Here's, as you see, IELTS is getting 73.5 score for future importance. This is almost double higher than your prep days. I mean, your IELTS score, generally your general English knowledge is double more important than how much you prepare for SAT. And also your first diagnosis test. This also mostly stands for your general knowledge, right? And math certificate is almost playing no role because as we know, SAT is not going to check your math knowledge. Basically it checks, but not quite necessarily. You must know basic math features and also you must have a good head for solving problems just with logic, not math or calculations, right? I don't know why people rush to take SAT exam, but even the kernel technique is supporting that your background, I mean your background in knowledge, your general English and your general abilities to prepare for exam is the most important aspect. Even when you are taking SAT, you're not going to do magic most possibly to score highest when you're taking a real exam, right? But I have to admit, this is just the data. This is not your destiny. It is just calculating your future possible score according to what normally people can get. If you got 1300 from this machine as your future SAT score, possibly, you can change it. Just accept it as fuel for your preparation and prove machine can go wrong. But 93% accuracy is not just low, but you can change it.